What is going on, everybody? Wrestle Dipper 316 back here in the ICT Sports Zone. Just got done watching this week's edition of Raw, and we're going to get into that. But first off, I'm dipping on Grizzly Wintergreen Pouches today. My gums fucking hurt. That's why I'm hitting the pouches. Laugh all you want. I'm still doing a review on it. My gums hurt. I don't like upper deckers, so there you go. Spitting in the white and black mud jug today. This is my favorite, one of my favorite mud jugs. I don't know what it is about it. It's just sexy to me. So, with Raw, started off with Dean Ambrose coming out. And if you watch Night of Champions, he came out and attacked Seth Rollins, getting a little revenge for the curve stop on the cinder blocks a couple weeks back. He came out talking about how he's going to destroy Seth Rollins, and Cena interrupted. Cena comes out and he kind of teases a tag team between the two when the Authority interrupts. They set up a match between Dean Ambrose and Kane and John Cena and Orton. And then Dean Ambrose and John Cena attack Seth Rollins and chase him out of the building. They run him right back into the parking lot where he jumped in a car and took off from the arena. Now, with that said, you know, this storyline between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins has to happen. It's a very good storyline. They're very good wrestlers, former tag team partners. I definitely see this definitely panning out good in the long run. I don't know how soon it'll end. I would imagine it's going to end up being a best of 3 matches, but I could see it working out. John Cena and Randy Orton, they've had a series of matches in the past, and they're pretty good together, so watching them at a main event on Raw is not a terrible idea. It's been a while since they wrestled anyways, so it was kind of a nice treat, and we'll get into that match a little bit later. So after all that happened, they go into the first match of the night where we have Bo Dallas against Jack Swagger, round 3. They show clips of the previous matches, which was pretty evenly matched between Swagger and Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas is looking more and more swift with every match that he wrestles. He's a very good, talented wrestler. He's Bray Wyatt's brother. He comes from a wrestling family. He isn't WWE conditioned at the moment, but he's getting there. Now, Swagger, on the other hand, has had his heyday, but I still think this guy has a lot to give. And if they're pushed in the right direction, which he kind of looks like he is, because, you know, without Antonio tomorrow, he seems to be more relevant, and having a Coulter on the side is definitely good for Swagger. Also, Swagger had a new haircut that looked pretty cool. This is a good look for him. He needs to keep it up. This American Pride thing is really working, especially with all the things in the news. The ending of the match saw Swagger beating Bo Dallas in the Patriot Lock, which is not surprising seeing how they had Rusev go over Henry. And we'll talk about that a little more later as well. But Coulter got on the mic and he said that he believes in Swagger. So we'll just have to see how this all pans out and go moving forward. I believe for now their feud is done. They'll move on to bigger, better things. Overall, I get that match a 6 out of 10. Next up, we had Summer Rae versus Natalya. I love watching Natalya. She's one of the few wrestlers in the WWE, women-wise, that know how to wrestle. Summer Rae, on the other hand, is just eye candy. She's just out there to get men more entertained and more interested in the matchup. That match was pitiful. The only good parts of that match were Natalya's moves, and other than that, it was just a lot of boring screaming. Man, Natalya is just something to watch. If you get a chance, check out Natalya. I mean, she's one of the Hart family. She was trained with them. She knows what she's doing. Overall, I give that match a 3 out of 10. Not worth my time, other than the fact that Natalya is very fun to watch. Next up, we had Ambrose versus Kane, a match that saw a lot of awkward moments in. They're both very good wrestlers. I've proven a lot, but together they're very odd. Kane is clunky. He's a big man. He likes choke slams, power moves. He used to be able to do some top rope shit back in the day. Not so much now. You know, he's an old man. He doesn't really perform like he used to. Ambrose, on the other hand, is a young buck. He's kind of erratic, a little fast for Kane. That match ended with a Rollins interference, causing the disqualification with him running back to the back. which was probably the main point of the match, was to get to the cut scene where Ambrose ends up catching up with Rollins, who's talking with Triple H and Kane at this point after the commercial break, and he gets attacked by Ambrose in the back, and then Ambrose gets restrained by officials, and Stephanie McMahon makes him go into a room, makes the officials put him in a room and be locked up and be guarded, and told him not to leave. So then it moved on. They had a 6-man tag match next. They had Sheamus and the Usos against Cesaro and the Goldust and Stardust, which is essentially a rematch of last night. This match saw a lot of good points in it. There's a commercial break in it. I really think that, that stuff sucks, but they're there to sell the app. The app's important to them. They like to sell that app, and with the second screen being on the app, I see why they go to commercial breaks and matches. All around, it was a typical 6-man match. All the guys performed the typical spots, their normal spots. Cesaro did target Sheamus quite a bit. The rivalry is developing. The heel Goldust and Stardust thing is just excellent. It's really working out well. I love it. The title rematch has got to be a Hell in a Cell, I would imagine. But overall, the match finished with the Usos doing a super kick, splash, combination double team move. That was real neat. I like it when they work together. I like it when tag teams work together. And overall, I give that match a 7 out of 10. We move on to backstage, where they Orton is engaged by Seth Rollins. Rollins expresses appreciation for him stepping in the match with John Cena later on that night, and promises Orton that he's got a surprise ringside. Says him and Kane are going to stand ringside, and Orton says he likes surprises. It goes back to another cut scene with Dean Ambrose being watched by the security. Next up, Henry comes out, looks down, looks sad from his matches lost last night at Night of Champions, and he apologizes for losing, says he's a disgrace to America, yada yada yada, practically getting ready to cry again when Rusev came out. And very surprising part of the night is that they had an improv rematch of Rusev versus Henry, which saw Rusev topping Henry again using his big man moves. Made him pass out this time with the accolade. Overall, it wasn't that bad, They needed the rematch. They're trying to end that feud, it looks like, and move Rusev on to bigger, greener pastures. Next up, we had the lamest match of the night. We had Adam Rose come out, and he was with the Bunny this time in tag team action against Slater Gator. I think it's time for Heath Slater to get his push. He's put a lot into this company, and it's time for him to get what he deserves. If he doesn't get it, let him go to TNA. Titus O'Neil is very entertaining. I got a feeling that this Bunny character is somebody important, and I think it is, given the way he wrestled in the match, it's probably Sin Cara or somewhere it likes by the type of moves he was doing and stuff. But overall, it was a pretty lame, boring match. 3 out of 10. I mean, definitely not worth the time spent to watch it. Nikki Bella comes out next. She talks talking trash on Brie. Brie Bella comes out. They start engaging in back and forth verbal exchange, which ended up with Nikki telling her that she wants to keep the Bella name and that she wants to use it exclusively. And that's when the fight ensued, a real fight ensued, which saw Brie topping Nikki this time and getting her out of the ring. And then AJ Lee came out and interrupted that segment because she had a match with Nikki. Now, in my opinion, in the next match, AJ and Nikki, this is the best match of the night. These girls can wrestle. I wish the WWE would let them turn loose and wrestle. These are very good wrestlers, Nikki and AJ. Watch this match. It is very, very good. Saw some very good spots. Saw a lot of stuff out of Divas we don't normally expect. Commentary on this match was real quiet, and it's real annoying. I don't know why they do that. They just quit talking in the middle of the match, and it just makes it real drawn and boring. I wish they'd quit doing that. Anyways, next scene came up with Triple H checking in on the Dean Ambrose situation. Security still watching Ambrose, and then we move on to the main event. We saw Cena versus Orton, and in that match, it was a pretty good match. Orton knows how to wrestle. He can make anybody look good in that ring under any given time. Cena's very boring, but even so, this match was very good quality, pay-per-view style match. 7 out of 10, 2 thumbs up, whatever you want to do here. But by the end of the match, of course, you had the mysterious black box out there that just tends to pop up, which is disguising the cinder blocks apparently. And for Seth Rollins, at this point, him and Kane are standing ringside watching the Orton Cena match. Cena gets Orton into an STF. Rollins and Kane interfere. They drag Orton out there. Looks like it's going to be a repeat curve stomp on the center blocks. Kane goes to lift the box up, and what happens? Out pops Dean Ambrose. Attacks them all. Takes them all out. Gets in the ring with Cena. Kane tries to choke slam one of them. Cena grabs him into the AA. Knocks him down. Rollins retreats. Orton retreats. End of the night. And again, I can see this might be a future tag team coming into play here with the Cena and Ambrose situation. We'll just have to wait and see how it pans out after that. All in all quality, it was a 7 for overall on Raw. It wasn't the best Raw in the world. It was decent though in comparison to some. Very predictable though. The highs were AJ and Nikki match, Dean Ambrose, the Rollins storyline progressing, and there was no $9.99 plugs and promos. The lows, there was no Brock Lesnar. The Bunny sucked, was a waste of time. Summer Rae was boring, and there was commercials in the middle of matches. So moving on, we move on to the rumor part of the show where I talk rumor sections with you, the WWE. Now, I've been reading the dirt sheets, and they say Daniel Bryan's set to return to SummerSlam. Now, this is possible. However, I see it a little unlikely. I don't think they wanted to return that soon. He just had a little scare where he had to possibly have surgery again. That didn't end up happening, but we'll just have to see. I think Survivor Series is a little too soon. You can't believe everything you read, so we'll just have to wait and see on that one. Undertaker, he is not doing the best. He's in poor health. His wife is kind of dismissing the rumors a little bit, but all in all, they're saying that he's done in the ring, and his overall health may be a factor in an issue. Also, I hear that Lesnar and Big Show might be going into a feud together. This will be definitely good for both of them. Lesnar needs a big man to wrestle to stay relevant, and Big Show needs a title somewhere down the line in his future. Otherwise, what's he doing? And my condolences to Roman Reigns, who is hurt. He got a hernia, had hernia surgery, and he's not doing the hottest right now, but he's getting better. He had successful surgery. Hopefully he'll be back in the ring before long. So that's it for the WWE. It was a decent Raw. Again, check it out if you missed it. On to the dip. It's not really dip, more pouches, but it's okay when you got sore gums. You gotta do what you gotta do. Pouches just suck in general. They got a distinct flavor to them that ain't that good. 6 out of 10, but just for their purpose, that's all. And thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I am Wrestler Dipper 316. I'm part of the ICT Sports Zone, and I'd like to give a shout out to NFL Predictor 316, who's been helping me get my channel off the ground. He's part of the ICT Sports Zone as well. So again, please like, subscribe, comment. Thank you. I appreciate it.